Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Aditya Nurita from the English Education Study Program at Nahdlatul Ulama University. Here I will explain the video with the title There Will Be a Lot of Unemployment in Indonesia. Here there are four big problems that will be highlighted, namely state problems, education problems, employment opportunities, and also cancer. But here I will only discuss the first big problem, namely the state problem. Indonesia is really lagging behind country issues. Do you know why Indonesia is lagging behind? Because when we talk about work, we have to measure the productivity of the country itself. Do you know why Apple invests to Vietnam and not Indonesia? So let's talk physically first. If we talk about productivity, there has to be a ladder. We can't just keep farmers and suddenly become AI engineers. It turns out that there is already a roadmap for almost all developed countries in the world, which always goes through three stages, namely agriculture, manufacturing, and service. It's simple like this. Let's look at a powerful country, namely China. Almost the majority of developing countries have to start from agriculture first, where the citizens in essence, even though they have low skills, are direct at farming, planting, and harvesting. The output is that we use our necessities such as food, materials for clothes and for the house, and that is what developed countries experience when they first develop. Step 2 is manufacturing. At this time, China is really crazy. After passing through the agriculture phase, China really opened the door for all foreign nations to invest in its citizens whose low skills were at least able to operate machines, and that should be widely spread across industry. So previously, the country and its citizens could process the raw materials into finished goods. That's the ladder from farming to being able to operate machines. The final sector is the tertiary or service sector, where citizens in the value chain can provide add value by providing service to other people. The easiest way to understand step by step. Basically, it's like the rice analogy. People farming the end result is rice. For example, the value is 100. The rice goes into manufacturing to become rice with a grain or kitchen, price of which increases to 10,000. Then it goes into the service sector, where there are chefs who make the recipe and cook it into delicious cakes, really delicious, and sold for 100,000. That's called the value chain. But increasingly here, all the three sectors are developing into technology, and all of them require high-skill labor, where demand for agriculture has moved towards EA automations. Manufacturing has moved towards EA chips that can no longer be operated by low-skilled people. Service business, namely IT and EA development itself. And Indonesia is experiencing what is called premature deindustrialization. Previously, when our economic development rose to 8% and we had a heyday, manufacturing was shut down to prematurely, and people moved quickly to the service sector. That's why not many of our countries can produce varied products. In the end, we have to import to neighboring countries because our manufacturing is behind. Because Indonesia failed to build a strong manufacturing industry, we are left behind in our skills gap. Because of digitalizations and globalizations, there are so many demands to compete with multinational companies that we can no longer keep up. This demand for high skills cannot be met by the majority of our citizens who are in the low skill category. That is why the combination of manufacturing and our human research capabilities is what makes Apple choose to invest in Vietnam rather than Indonesia.